Hello, friends! So recently, I received an unsettling letter with some serious accusations. Namely, that my YouTube channel is full of inflammatory content that is corrupting young people's minds with all sorts of weird theories and crazy opinions, questioning the commonly accepted origin stories that experts have proposed for many everyday English words. They call it challenging authority and corrupting the youth, and apparently, it's a pretty serious offense. So serious, in fact, that they've threatened to permanently shut down my channel, unless I apologize. Well, I guess I can do that, but the problem is, I'm a little confused as to what kind of apology they are expecting from me. Do they want a sincere, authentic apology, like the one the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates allegedly gave during his trial for basically the exact same crimes that I find myself accused of today? Will that get me out of this predicament? Well, it's worth a shot, so here's the apology that I wrote as a response. To whom it may concern, I apologize. In making all these etymology videos, the only thing I've learned for sure is that I know nothing. I've always believed that the unexamined word is not a word worth knowing, and this YouTube channel is a manifestation of that. So, I've done nothing wrong. Thank you. Now, if that doesn't sound like an apology, at least in the modern sense of the word, it's because it's not. But etymologically, it's definitely an apology, in typical Socratic style. You see, a modern word comes, as you might expect, from ancient Greek, and specifically the noun apologia, which denoted a formal defense of an opinion, position, or action. If you break that down into its constituent parts, then you get on one end the preposition apo, which means away from, and which is found in other modern English words, such as apocryphal and apocalypse. And on the other end, you get logos, which means word, or specifically one that is spoken, as in epilogue and prologue. But logos also means explanation, from where we get many modern English words ending in ology, including, of course, etymology, which is literally all about searching for the truth. Anyway, with this original definition in mind, an apologia in ancient Greece was a formal defense of one's opinions or actions. It typically didn't involve any expression of remorse or regret. So, for example, when Socrates gave his apology during his trial, he didn't say he was sorry. Instead, he justified his actions, claiming that, like me, he had done nothing wrong. So in an old-school apology, or an etymology, so to speak, instead of saying you're sorry, you're basically saying that you're not sorry at all. And so, apologies over the next few centuries followed the ancient Greek model. For example, in Roman times, Justin Martyr wrote an apology defending Christianity. Even much later, in the 16th century, Thomas More wrote his own apology, justifying his treatment of the Protestants during his tenure as Henry VIII's chief advisor. So only in more recent centuries did the word's meaning shift to more closely match what it denotes today, that is, a genuine feeling of regret and guilt, which, among other influences, happened thanks to the teachings of the Church, which preached repentance and also gradually shifting politeness norms, which preferred toning down one's rhetoric and showing humility as conducive to smoother social interactions. So yeah, apologies for my long etymological rant, but I thought that sharing this origin story might provide some context on the predicament I'm in. So, back to my original question. If I apologize, will my naysayers retract their accusations? Oh, I guess I should also mention, the three apologists I mentioned in this video, Socrates, Justin Martyr, and Thomas More, well, their apologies didn't help them much, as they all died violent deaths soon after they gave them. Socrates was forced to drink hemlock, and Justin Martyr, well, as his name might indicate, he was martyred. And as for St. Thomas More, Henry VIII had him beheaded in 1535, although technically it was for charges unrelated to the apology he had issued a few years earlier, but still. Anyway, keeping in mind the fate of these historical apologists, I think it's best to not apologize the way they did, lest I end up poisoned or beheaded, and instead, I think my best chance of exoneration is doing it the modern way. And with that said, I hope you found this video interesting and not too incendiary, and if not, well, I'm truly sorry. I apologize if it corrupted you in any way, and I hope you'll be able to forgive me. Thanks for watching.